Howdy friends, welcome to another edition of the latest edition, where I bring you the latest edition of the Big Issue. So I'm just going to start off with that as of this edition, which came out last week, the 3rd of July, the Big Issue is now $10. Most of you who have been around the Big Issue for a while know that it's been $9 for the last, I don't know how many years, at least last 4 years, because that's how long I've been doing the Big Issue. It's not had a price increase, but yeah, no, it's now up to $10. But yeah, we are gonna show you today number 764, entitled Future Dreaming, exploring what's next in First Nations art. And of course that's in celebration for and recognition for NAIDOC week, which is always great. Alright, so yeah, we just have our usual staffing list here, and contents page and editorials letter. Editorial, not plural. Yeah, and then we've also got so our meet your vendor this fortnight is Mathok, who is from Adelaide, and sells at the corner of Change Place and Rundle Mall in Adelaide. So if you're nearby and you see him, say g'day, and yeah, go get a copy. And we also go in street sheets this week. A lot of people here, a lot of photos in regards to the last edition, being the 30th anniversary edition. A lot of vendors still have that edition, including myself. So yeah, get on board with that one as well. So just about 30th. So we've got here, I'm assuming, that one's team from Brisbane. We've got Brisbane and Sydney, and a bit more as well, a few people. So I've got Perth, we've got some of the vendors from Melbourne here, also from Adelaide and Melbourne. I did go to this, but I was just a bit late for the that photo. And we've got Hearsay, which is also popular, and your 20 questions. And this fortnight, is my word. This fortnight's my word is from Ingrid Horrocks. Yeah. And here we have our cover story about different indigenous artists, and what it all means for them and how it impacts them. And yeah, I guess celebration of NAIDOC week, I guess, as well. I do actually quite like indigenous art. Yeah, I find it fascinating, with traditional stuff, how they find they can mix up stuff with water, bits of rock and no disrespect or nothing, but yeah, it's just so fascinating. Bits of cliff and sand and whatnot. Yeah. And then back to the archives. We go back to 1996. I think this might have been the second edition by the looks of the date on there, the 15th of July. Yeah. So in the big picture, we go and head to Asia and Africa and speak to female skateboarders, which is really cool. That's one thing that I wish I could do. I definitely can't do it now, but just my mobility's crap. But back in the day, that's one thing that I wish I was able to do, was ride a skateboard. Just because I thought it looked cool. That's pretty awesome. Such a good sport though. Although I think in some ways, yeah, nah. I think my parents were a little bit conservative, so I don't think they would have liked that. But stuff them. Yeah, so we've got in the letter to my younger self, we've got Kram from Spiderbait, talking about music and life, and yeah, and he looks back on being bullied as a kid. So haven't a lot of us been there? Although, what would you say if you came across your schoolyard, like your school childhood bully? What would you say though? I have no idea. Depends on the bully, I guess. And the severity of the bullying that they did. Anyway, so the big pics, I got that. In film, we also have that. First Light, which came out the other day. I have books from Chris Ames. And it tastes like home. Our recipe for this edition is, I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce this well, but Beichu Jiot, Wombok pancake. Oh yeah, looks alright. Chinese cabbage, vegetable oil, chili. Yeah, looks alright. Of course, we've got our comic and puzzles. And our public service announcement from Lorraine Clark. And yeah, that was it. Yeah, get on board. NAIDOC week. I know that in Melbourne there's been some stuff at Fed Square. Yeah, get on board, I guess. And that was the current edition. Next edition comes out on this coming Friday. Till then, see you then.